Over 7,000 subscribers and new Jeep Gladiator stuff coming. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rodmotive JT. That's right, I've got over 7,000 subscribers on this channel now, and I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel because, you know, without you guys watching out there, this would be pretty boring for me. And leaving comments. Otherwise, it's just some guy talking on the web to himself. And where's the fun in that? Also, we've got some new Jeep Gladiator things coming. Now, I will say I've been away from the Gladiator for a while. I'm back now, but I haven't been able to do any mods and things. And frankly, that's been driving me nuts because you see, I really don't dig getting on the web and just talking about stuff. I mean, it's okay now and then if there's something that's really interesting, but I really more enjoy getting my hands dirty and doing the mods and things, testing them out, seeing how they run, the actual installs, stuff like that. Things that, for me, improve the Jeep Gladiator and let me experiment a little bit. I just dig doing that kind of stuff. So, we've got some things coming. Now that I'm back, we're going to get into it. First of all, I have the front bumper. You know, I had talked before about buying a different one to put on, and then I'm looking in the garage and I see this bumper sitting there, and I'm thinking, why would I go buy a new one? You know, let's just refresh the one that I have a little bit, touch up some of the nicks and chips, and there was a little bit of rust and stuff on it. Get it back to even better than what it was before, because I really do like that bumper. And if you didn't know, it's the 3-piece knockoff Rubicon style bumper. I did take the ends off because I like to have as much as the tire exposed as possible when you look at the Gladiator from the front. So that's what I've done with that bumper. I've touched it up, cleaned it up, and we're gonna go ahead and put that one on the truck. Now, doesn't mean that down the road I won't add a different one. Quite frankly, I probably will. You know, when I was searching around, when I thought I was going to do a new one, I did come across some that I really do like. So, there will be probably another one on the Gladiator down the road. I've also got some LED fog lights in there. That should be pretty cool on the Jeep Gladiator Mojave as well. That nice kind of gray tinted look. That should look awesome on there. Gonna go ahead and put some lights back on, and I may even add some other lights to the front of that. Exciting stuff. It should be pretty cool. Now, along with that, I am going to tackle the vibration problem. You know, my Jeep Gladiator vibrates at idle when stopped. And I want to make that clear. It doesn't do anything weird when I'm driving down the road. When I first talked about this, some of you folks out there had kind of given me ideas or suggestions maybe to get rid of the vibration while driving. There is no vibration while driving. It's perfectly fine. No strange performance issues or anything weird like that. It's only when I'm sitting still that I feel a vibration at idle. Like I said, I've come across, I think, a remedy for that. So I'm going to try it. We're going to see if that takes care of the problem. It's going to be one of the first things that I do because, frankly, that affects the whole driving experience for me, and I want it gone. Pretty simple thing. I'm not going to get deep into it now, but it involves the throttle body. We're going to see if that's the problem. Now, also, I have a cold air intake, and, you know, sadly, the cold air intake arrived like a couple of days or so before I actually left. So I had to sit there and look at it sitting in the garage knowing that I wasn't going to have time to put it in. That's a bummer because I really like this one. It is the Air Raid cold air intake. It's a new one. I had left the other one on the white Jeep Gladiator that I had. So I decided to buy a new one of the same brand. And I went with the same brand because I'm very happy with it. You know, my whole idea in putting a cold air intake on, there's really two. One was aesthetics, to be able to see it in the engine bay. I think they dress things up. I think they look really good. Secondly, was to get some sound out of it. You know, it's always funny to me. People say that they put something in and they get a lot of sound out of it. And then I've done other ones myself and I don't notice anything. It's not true with this one. It is the air raid cold air intake. And in my opinion, in my experience, it's the best one you can get out there to increase the sound of the Jeep Gladiator. Just gives it a little throaty grumble from under the hood when you get on the gas. When I say a little, that's probably shortchanging it a little bit. It really is pretty profound. Now, it's not something that's going to drive you nuts. So if you're looking for a little more sound out of the Jeep Gladiator without going to a droney exhaust or something, this is the thing that'll do it for you. Enough that you can hear it, makes it sound really good in my opinion, but evens out while you're cruising down the freeway. You're not going to be deafened by any kind of weird drone. I am interested to see if Air Raid has changed it at all. I don't think they have. I bought the same thing. It's the same part number and everything. But, you know, companies do little tweaks and things throughout the life of a product. So I'm hoping it's exactly the same as it was before and that I can get the same kind of sound out of the Jeep Gladiator Mojave that I did out of the Sport S. No reason why I shouldn't. It's the same engine. It should be identical. Now, there is one thing about the Air Raid cold air intake that was kind of difficult. And that was a little grommet that goes where the MAF sensor plugs in. That thing was kind of a drag. Hopefully it's better now. You can just stick it right in there, no problem. We shall see. Now, there is a couple of other things, of course, that I'm going to be doing, more maintenance type things. I should have an oil change coming up on it pretty soon. Should be getting to the end of the freebies, I think, through model years. It is a 2021, so you have 22, 23. It might actually be a little bit more. I might exceed it with miles, but I doubt it. But I can't wait to get into that kind of stuff, the maintenance kind of things, oil changes, filter changes, all that kind of stuff. I do need to look at the cabin air filter. Been a while since I took a look at that. And speaking of exhausts, there is an exhaust out there that I like. It's a dual exhaust, rear exit, black. It's for the Jeep or the Jeep JL though, as opposed to the JT. Now, I am assuming, you know what happens when you do that, right? That it will fit the Jeep Gladiator, but I'm not sure. I would love to have it on that truck. I'm really not looking for any more sound, honestly. I just like the way they exit the truck, to have that dual exit back there. I think they're pretty cool, something that I'm considering doing as well. Got to do a few more maintenance type things on the truck. It needs to be washed and waxed. I also am going to treat the Sunrider soft top. Now, this is something that you should do if you have just a regular soft top. The Sunrider is the same material. It's the canvas material as you get if you go with a soft top. So I need to do that. My Gladiator sits out a lot in the sun in South Texas. So needless to say, I don't want it to degrade any quicker than it's going to anyway. So I got to take care of that. There's some lighting things I want to do on the rear, as well as a rear bumper to kind of tie it into the front. You know, I've been looking for some sort of a tubular bumper because I have that kind of ring or tube, if you will, on the front. I think that would look pretty cool, and I think it would make the Mojave look even better. Anyway, I just really want to get on here. Thank all you folks out there for getting me to 7,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate it. And again, without you guys leaving comments and interacting with me, it's just some guy talking to himself on the web. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the things that I've mentioned so far and anything else that you might like to see. I'd be curious. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about Toyota Tacomas, and Rob Motive MT, all about compact trucks. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't, and we'll see you next time on the web. Bye.